they'll need him to be at his very best.
Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Napoli's home game in the Serie A versus Cremonese in Serie A. Hopefully we can go get the win and go 16 points clear in the league. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. Let's go and get the 3 points, boys!
Actually, that's very good, James, when you say it's a sign of a very healthy club, a healthy team.
Come on, Napoli!
And every time they come on the pitch, they are decided. So it's very good.
There we go, a special Valentine themed jersey from Napoli.
They didn't used to do those jerseys in Gianfranco's day.
No.
But they played for what Al Basho, you would say.
I remember the shirts in those years. They were made with
wool.
Wool, exactly. And every time it was raining, they used to wait the treble.
Yeah.
Come on, Napoli! 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 Napoli!
Boitoni and then Marsh.
All right, excellent. Let's hand over then to our commentators for tonight's game. They are Don Hutchison and Adam Summerton.
Thank you, James. Good evening, everyone. Well, how this place has been entertained this season, and there's every chance the best is yet to come. Nothing being taken for granted in Naples. They're too superstitious for that, and they've endured too many false dawns as well. But this is a group of players that are well on their way to making history, to ending a city's 33-year wait for a Serie A title. But while they chase the Scudetto, Cremonese are losing their fight for survival, still without a league win.
Come on, Napoli!
Are already hanging by a thread as Messrs Balladini and Spalletti get reacquainted.
Come on, Napoli!
In Italy, that Balladini would receive a bonus of €500,000 if he can keep Cremonese in Serie A. Of course, they're doing brilliantly in the Coppa Italia through to the semi-finals, and actually beat Napoli on penalties in Naples. Of course, it's a former Napoli centre-half who is the skipper of Cremonese these days. Kirikesh Di Lorenzo wears the armband for Napoli. Luca Massini is the referee this evening. And the VAR is Luca Banti. Daniele Doveri is the assistant VAR. Let's hope they don't have some of the problems that we've seen in the Premier League this weekend. Napoli unchanged from the 11 that began their 3-0 win at Spezia. Kavica Kvaratskhelia starts on what is his 22nd birthday. What form that man is in, Victor Osimhen.
Come on, Napoli!
Become the first Napoli player to score in 6 league games in a row since Gonzalo Higuain in 2016. But we will pause now in Naples as we pay tribute to those who so tragically lost their lives in the recent earthquakes in Turkey and Syria.
Come on, Napoli!
We are supporting the DEC's Turkey-Syria earthquake appeal to help provide those affected with medical treatment, shelter, warm clothes and blankets, food and clean water. If you'd like to help, you can text BT Sport, all one word, to 70787. That's 70787 with the whole £10 going to the appeal. Thank you. So it's top against bottom. Their end-of-season aims could hardly be more different. Napoli chase the Scudetto. Cremonese seeks survival. There are, Don Hutchison, 3 big points on offer in Naples.
Absolutely, and it's another test that Napoli have got to pass. They've been doing it with flying colours of late, beating Juve 5-1, Roma 2-1, so there's another one where they're going to chalk another team off who are struggling. But I think Spalletti might just use the Coppa Italia loss as a bit of fuel to make sure they win the game tonight.
He has been doing exactly that actually in the lead up to the game. His exact words translated, it really wound us up.
Game is underway. Napoli versus Cremonese,
Got the
folks.
late equaliser in that game is starting tonight for Cremonese.
Come on, Napoli.
They got to this stage of the season without a league win.
It's incredible. I mean, the numbers are not great when you look at Cremonese. I mean, conceding 1.8 a game on average.
Go on, Osimhen.
Ready here, looking for some support. That's arriving now. Zielinski. Napoli looking to make a fast start. Kvaratskhelia.
It won't be the first time that Napoli make a fast start. Talking about Cremonese's numbers, 1.8 on average. They're conceding, but Napoli close to 2.5 goals a game.
He says we've not forgotten that they knocked us out of the Coppa Italia. He seems to have revenge on his mind. And he was in his pre-match press conference, Spalletti. But he is a head coach edging towards what would be his first Serie A title as he approaches his mid-60s. What a story that would be in itself.
Oh, for him and the players, it's a legendary status going back to 89-90. Last Scudetto, so something's happening and something special is happening in Naples this season.
Mario Rui. Another thing Spalletti has been saying, Don, I found this quite amazing having watched a lot of Napoli this season. He said we need to move the ball quicker.
Yeah, I never
Well,
thought.
if they do, I mean, good luck to the rest of the teams out there going to play from now to the end of the season, because they've been absolutely on fire. They've been exceptional in all departments.
Come on, Napoli.
Ivan was just caught there having played the ball. There have been some signs of progress since Davide Ballardini was appointed on the 15th of January. And the second permanent head coach of the season, following the departure of Massimiliano Alvini, who only lasted 219 days. Didn't manage a single win, or even being in the lead in a game for a single minute.
It's all about how they try and mentally approach this game, Cremonese, knowing they're playing against the league leaders who can demolish anyone. So their shape's important, their character's important. They've got to make sure early on they stick together.
Di Lorenzo. I don't know about you, Don, but every time I get told I'm going to be covering a Napoli game at the moment, I look forward to it so much because I just enjoy watching them so much.
Same, it doesn't feel like work, does it, when you watch it?
Oh, lucky with the passing. You got to keep passing better.
Play with so much freedom, so much confidence.
They've got Frankfurt in the next round of the Champions League. And they have to be considered outsiders to win the whole competition. And their case may be strengthened by the fact you would expect them. Frankfurt are a good team, but I have to say I would expect them to beat Frankfurt. And then if they do get the title wrapped up early in Italy, as many are predicting understandably, then they could fully concentrate on the Champions League if they reach the latter stages.
Yes, Spalletti might be greedy though, he might be trying to topple that 100 points, so depends on how the games go, I think.
Guys, keep your question in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Belatedly pulls the play back. He was going to let it go for a moment there. Luca Massini.
I think the fascinating thing as well for Napoli, looking at different competitions and especially the Champions League, there's going to be some big teams going out of the competition. You know, PSG play Bayern, Liverpool, Real Madrid. It's a fantastic chance if they get through against Eintracht. They could go deep into the Champions League. They must fancy everything, every game they play. They fancy winning.
Zielinski for a throw in.
So guys, keep on your question in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Has been absolutely sensational in the middle of the park. Talk about Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen. Kim's been a brilliant signing. Defensively solid.
He doesn't get anything like the headlines of some of the others, Lobotka, but I think he's fundamental to the way that this Napoli side plays. He's had a few players like Lobotka throughout his coaching career, hasn't he, Spalletti? Maybe someone like Brozovic, who he helped bring more to prominence at Inter.
He knows the game.
Zaro as well.
Yeah, he knows the game, Lebobka. He plays it very well. Sometimes you get players in the middle of the park who are technically very good, but he's got a real understanding.
Putting something on the poll on the community tab for you guys.
Kim.
Guys, keep putting your question in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe just to let some of you guys know that we are live. And some of you guys have not got the update, or you're not subscribed to the channel.
Mario Rui. Misjudged by Anguissa. Here with Kirikesh, who's closed down by Osimhen. Lobotka. Chucky Lozano. And Osimhen, it was over towards Kirikesh with a
Guys, keep putting your question in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the poll, and I'll answer as many questions as you can. Oh!
Pushed away to Lozano. They've got 4 in the box here. Moving it quickly. Di Lorenzo overhits it.
Yeah, they just went through the gears rapidly there, Napoli. Just work a little ball in that flank from Kvaratskhelia, finding on the edge of the box. It's a decent shot. It's a good shot from Di Lorenzo.
Come on, Napoli!
Marco Carnesecchi is the Cremonese goalkeeper who could have a busy evening. It's on loan from Atalanta. With Alex Merritt. Mario Rui. He's an important creative influence in this Napoli side. 6 assists.
Oh!
A good understanding ordinarily with Kvaratskhelia down this left-hand side.
That's a strong area for Napoli. Mario Rui alongside, I think, Di Marco in Italian football this season has been one of the best left-backs. Great delivery.
So guys, keep putting your question in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully, Napoli can get the 3 points today.
Di Lorenzo. He's been saying how he feels Spalletti gets the best out of him. Now he's improved the team's collective mentality greatly. Says he thinks Di Lorenzo that as a result of Spalletti's coaching that they're much better now controlling games as they've maybe been in the past.
Well, lads.
He can handle the ball, Di Lorenzo, and he can play that right side position very well, but also at times he ends up in the middle of the park, a bit inverted.
Lozano. Anguissa.
Keep the passing going.
Only done by Ibu.
That's out.
Sajut. Nicola. Tracking back is Kvaratskhelia. Nicola gets the crossover. It wasn't a bad ball at all. And a man over, and that's really
Good defending.
by Chucky Lozano.
Chucky Lozano, good defending.
It's a vital challenge.
Oh, great awareness there from Lozano. They worked it well, Cremonese, down that right-hand side. It's a decent ball in, and it caused a little bit of panic. But very, very good discipline, the way he gets back goal side to put the tackle in.
Vasquez found himself in a goal.
So guys,
with the goal scoring
keep putting your questions in. Let's get some questions in the chat.
What can they do from the set piece? 10th minute in Naples. 5 in the box for the league's bottom side. Kirikesh, one of those up there. It was Osimhen who got it clear. Mate with the header.
Come on, lads.
Lobotka. Piotr Zielinski to Anguissa. Di Lorenzo.
Probing, aren't they? They're staying patient, Napoli.
Come on, Napoli.
Kim. Ruli. Cleared by Vlad Kirikesh. Is brought down.
It's important, the two balls that have been played up to the front men, Fenerjan and Sadjut, have both got to make sure, like this, they're physically strong. And they buy 1 or 2 fouls for the team.
Certainly Napoli's eyes on the prize. The Scudetto coming into sharp focus, a 13-point lead before this round of games. Extend it to 16 tonight, of course, interplay at Sampdoria tomorrow. And back by Di Lorenzo, just about had enough on it.
Now we need to get going.
Tricky one, I think, this game early on for Napoli to try and
11 minutes played, folks.
the expectations
Napoli
in the crowd
0,
are gonna be
Cremonese
furious.
0.
They're expecting a big win, but the players mustn't panic and get drawn into that excitement.
Zielinski. Kim. Sadjut's looking to use his strength. Pickle. Out on its way by Benassi. And now Vasquez.
I think credit Cremonese for their start to the game.
Having a go, aren't they?
They are, and they're being brave, and there's going to be a level of control that Napoli are going to have in the game in terms of the possession. But they're breaking quite well, and they're getting defenders and fullbacks, wing-backs high up the pitch.
Davide Ballardini's first game in charge was actually the match at Napoli in the Coppa Italia, which they won on penalties.
We'll get out.
He's back defending to good effect, and it comes to Mate. This time it was Di Lorenzo who had it clear. Lozano. It's going to be the first yellow card.
Well, ref.
Shown to Vasquez.
Harsh, I think. A little bit harsh this early in the game. There's 3 Cremonese players trying to get back goal side. It was definitely a foul. So Lozano trying to break away under pressure. I think the yellow's harsh there. I'm not even sure it was Vasquez that caught him.
He's a Mexican international, Vasquez. He did go to the World Cup, but didn't get any minutes. Relegated with Genoa last season. Di Lorenzo.
Bad ball.
Listen, man, I've got to ask you, what do you think about the kit?
I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it. Listen,
Really?
well, yeah, it's one of 7 Napoli kits that you see this season, isn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking about this. Every chance this is going to be one of the most historic seasons in the club's history. I'm a bit of a kit collector myself.
Yeah.
You think,
which one do you buy?
Yeah, exactly. In years' time, when you're 20 years from now, you're saying, "Oh, here's the Napoli kit from that famous season." You'd have to whip out about 8 of them, wouldn't you?
Well, that's the problem. What 7 do you buy?
Senicola. Oh, beautifully done. Options in the middle as well. That's not a bad ball.
Come on, we've got to be better than this.
There'll be 1 or 2 surprises as to just how ambitious Cremonese have been here. Mate.
Listen, when you're talking kits, Napoli kits, nothing's going to beat the Gianfranco Zola and Diego Maradona strip.
Yeah, the Mars one.
Legendary.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you're new, and sub to the channel. I really appreciate
They're
it.
doing the right thing in terms of where they think there's a little bit of space, and that's wide. So they're going to try and exploit that, then put some crosses in the box. 2 good targets to aim for in Sadjut and Fenerjan.
So Fenerjan was signed from Roma. Sadjut came through at Milan. Lozano with the challenge, and now it comes out to Mate.
Come on, lads.
The ball was very close to going out of play from the corner. He'll have his thinking cap on. Spalletti, 15 minutes gone.
I wonder whether Ballardini's approach might have surprised him a little.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, you know, a case for every sportsman, but when you watch football, it's always a case of problem solving, and you have to do that on the football pitch. Can't rely on the coach all of the time. Osimhen normally works that right channel. That's an area that he might get in from the likes of Di Lorenzo. Tends to favour that run.
Lobotka.
And it's the movie that you've always seen before. You know, when you've got a top team, they need to take the lead.
Lozano
Shoot!
Zielinski and Mario Rui.
Oh.
Just didn't get the pace needed.
No, not on his right side, on his left side maybe. But that's what they want. They want to take the lead, then they can relax. The whole stadium, the players can relax. And they're desperate to take the lead, Napoli. That's not a bad hit from Rui on his right foot. Not really troubling the goalkeeper. Left side, he would have got more power.
Talking about the famous Mars Napoli shirt we saw Gianfranco in. How good is it to have Gianfranco Zola on the show as well? And I can say, Don, that I'm the first person in history to have showed him the video of Lombardo doing the Lombardo.
And he loved it.
The famous Gazzetta Football Italia video. If you've not ever seen that, go and look it up.
Wait till he sees the Vialli one.
Yeah. We didn't get time to show him that one, did we? Classic. There'll be people under a certain age at the minute scratching their heads. What's he on about? Lombardo. Lombardo, I should say. That looks painful for Pico.
Pico.
Yeah, I'm not sure there was any malice in the tackle for Mario Rui. Actually, with his right studs, he caught him quite high. Seeing that again. Just there.
Ramani. Mario Rui. Osimhen. Beautiful.
Osimhen!
Angles working against
Oh!
have to cross it there. Headed clear by Ivu.
I mean, amazing
Corner.
footwork
Come
there.
on, lads!
From Osimhen. Kirkesh thought he was going to get close to him, and in a flash, with a couple of touches, just took it completely away from the centre back.
7 goals in his last 5 league games for Victor Osimhen.
I'll stand by it, Adam. I sent out a tweet the other day talking about Victor Osimhen, and I must stress, all-round game. I think he's the best number 9 in world football. All-round game, ticks every single box.
He's having quite a remarkable season, and in there now.
Oh!
Instinctive from Di Lorenzo, and it will be another corner.
Come on, Napoli!
For the Cremonese players, how Di Lorenzo has just stood still, walked off his marker too easy.
Five in the box here for Napoli. All pretty much stood together. Now they make their moves. And it's going to come out here to Lozano. Just wouldn't come down enough for him to shoot.
Well, that's the second corner that worked. Kim that time was the man free.
Come on, ref!
Suggestion that might have been an arm involved there. Kim with the header.
So on the training ground, they've been working on that corner where Di Lorenzo, the first corner they had, comes off the goalkeeper too easy. That time it was Kim. It's something that Cremonese have got to address.
Sadju to Nefena-Jan. Both forward here. This is Nefena-Jan. Well blocked by Lobotka.
the option there of Pico with a little run around the outside of him there, Efenajan.
Come on, Napoli, you're better than this.
Sajic. Mario Rui got the shout to say he had a little bit of time. Kvaratskhelia, real energy about the game. Kvaratskhelia looking for Osimhen. Kirikesh comes across. The noise every time Napoli get anywhere near the goal is quite incredible, isn't it?
Come on, this is stressing me out, man. Come on.
Lozano, too high for Osimhen. Kept in by Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia, go on.
And on he goes.
Yeah! Kvaratskhelia, sir! Kvaratskhelia, sir!
It's Kvaratskhelia who gives Napoli the lead. 22.
Come on!
And it was typical Kvicha Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia, the Jordan Wizard.
His 9th league goal.
1-0 Napoli.
Productive save.
Game!
His latest nickname from the club bestowed upon him is Caravaggio.
Kvaratskhelia! 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 Come on!
You're relying on a little bit of luck with the finish, but he takes the shot, takes his
Key!
and this is exactly where Napoli want to be now. 22 minutes in, 1-0 up.
It's Napoli 1! Cremonese 0! Kvicha Kvaratskhelia with the goal.
Now, offering plenty of threat of their own. I love that new nickname. It's the latest, got that many. Renaissance painter Caravaggio. I think he said to the Washington Post he likes Kvaradonna the best.
That's a decent one. What you would say from a defender's point of view there, you cannot allow Kvaratskhelia on his strong right foot. If anything, show him to the left-hand side, show him to the byline, ask him to put a cross.
Come on, boy, let's go get some more goals.
Him to drop the left shoulder to take the finish on his right side. That was the mistake.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the like, I really appreciate it, folks.
Costly.
So often they know what he's going to do when he's going to cut inside like that.
So, guys,
we used to say that about Iron Robin all the time. He knew what he was going to do.
get your questions in.
Stopping him was
Ask me anything. I'm happy to answer any
In that
questions.
situation, you've got to overcompensate. And you've got to really shove him on the left-hand side and just say to him, you're not going to beat me. The only thing you can do is put a cross in the box.
Keep the pressure going. Come on, boys.
As I said before, Adam, that's
We have played 24 minutes. It's Napoli 1.
now Napoli can relax and play their football.
Cremonese 0.
It's a nice turn though, and he got the shot away too. Benassi, and he's got a corner out of it. They're almost playing this Cremonese like they've got nothing to lose really.
Well, they haven't. I mean, they're sitting rock bottom without a win. They're going down.
Stays put. Mario Rui with the header. I referenced the age of Kvaratskhelia. I say he's just turned 22 today, and well, that tells you he's probably got improving to do as well.
That's a scary prospect, isn't it? What is he, 5 years away from his prime?
Yeah. That goal means he's now been involved in 23 goals in 23 appearances. When I say involved, I mean goals and assists.
And credit Napoli for making the signing. There was one or two Italian teams and other teams across Europe watching Kvaratskhelia, but Napoli are the ones that paid the money. They saw the skill levels in him, they've improved him. Spalletti's certainly done that. And what a chance for them to go 16 points clear. We were doing the numbers numbers before for Napoli to get 100 points. It was, what was it, 2.6 a game?
Go on, Napoli!
At the moment is 2.6. We're on course for over 100.
Ball's crossed in. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Guys, keep your question in the chat.
Don, and obviously there are others that we could mention as well. Kim, I think, has been so important for them defensively. A lot of credit.
I'm just going to quickly, folks, get your question in, but I will answer as many of them as I can on stream. I'm going to try and see if I can get out your...
I was one of many people saying, look, Napoli are vulnerable to dropping out the top four. You looked at the calibre of playing a player who was leading.
Because I'm going to go and try and get your clip on the channel for you, folks, which is of the reaction to the Napoli goal, folks. But keep your questions coming. I'm happy to answer any of them that comes your way.
I think the signings have made it more dynamic.
So just keep it coming.
Lobotka, as ever, hard working. So remind you, we're supporting the DEC's Turkey-Syria earthquake appeal to help provide those affected with medical treatment, shelter, warm clothes, blankets. If you'd like to help, you can text BT Sport, all one word. You can text it to 70787 with the whole £10 going to the appeal. Mario Rui. Kvaratskhelia. Di Lorenzo.
So guys, oh, nearly 2-0 Napoli, folks. Unlucky.
What a chance, and he ghosted in.
Unlucky.
Osimhen's in there as well, and he would have fancied that. Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, Kvaratskhelia, unlucky.
Was aiming for the top left-hand corner.
You know, I remember earlier in the season, Spalletti was talking about Kvaratskhelia when he'd already started the season absolutely flying. He said he's a bit shy.
Come on, boys!
He doesn't want to be the centre of attention. He says, when he loosens up a bit, you'll see just how good he is.
That maybe is the charm about how he plays.
He's given the ball away quite a bit tonight, which is uncharacteristic for Napoli.
Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for them in every single game to try and manage the games in terms of being really controlled and calm in their possession. They're going to get sucked into this sort of atmosphere because the prize is so big.
So guys, keep your questions coming. Like, sub and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
A nice touch by Zielinski. Anguissa. Plenty in front of him. Osimhen is one of them.
Go on, Osimhen.
Just about got there, and then he's clever to win the corner.
Really smart, really clever play there from Victor Osimhen. He knew
Osimhen's a good player.
He knew the defender.
Hi mate, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Napoli 1-0. Oh, Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia with the goal. Very good finish. Very good performance so far from Napoli.
Victor Osimhen is a player that Napoli do not need to sell come the summer. Said he's not for sale. So many reports, particularly in the English press I read in January, about saying that clubs would be interested in Osimhen.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this game plans out. If he gets a couple more goals in this. Oh, God. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky.
Great for Italian football, if he says.
Agreed.
Keep the pressure going.
By the way, in the current market, he's 150, 200 million.
Osimhen. Ah!
Those two always looking.
Unlucky. Unlucky. Unlucky Osimhen. Unlucky Osimhen. Thank you very much for the like. I highly appreciate it, folks. Way! Come on! Come on! With my with Chelsea getting Enzo getting a card, and now with Kvaratskhelia getting the card on it, FIFA. I don't know. Oh, I need to have a look at that later on. And also, hopefully, because this guy knows where the goal is. Kvaratskhelia knows where the goal is. It's simple feat. He was literally, he was like near the bar line corner flag, knowing in the goal, and somehow he managed to get it in a position to score a goal on his own. That is just crazy. Utter craziness, folks. Utter craziness. It's not me lying, it's not me mean a joke. That guy is... He is absolutely on fire, and this is me being honest, down...
Consistently asked about the fact, was he the replacement for Insigne? And he said, I'm not here to replace Insigne, I'm here to be myself.
It is just incredible. It's just incredible the way that this game's going, the way that they just in general.
The likes of Insigne and Dries Mertens, Koulibaly, etc. was how they were going to kick on. But I do feel as though they've injected more pace at the top end of the pitch with Kvaratskhelia.
It's interesting, but we're just going to keep going, see how it goes. You never know what else can be put into this stream.
He must be kicking himself, Koulibaly, mustn't he? All the years that he put in at Napoli, such a legendary player. Taking the move to Chelsea and giving up potential Scudetto this season.
But guys, keep your questions coming, like, sub and subscribe to the channel. Osman has got a card as well as I'm playing the month. Why is he playing good night? Yeah. He's playing well. With if you look at stats and you look at contributions, he doesn't just score goals, he assists a lot. Same with Osimhen, he scores a lot of goals and assists a lot. Apart from that, there's a lot of good players I can say about this time. I can say about this just the team in general. But like I say, it all depends on how this game goes. And Napoli can go 16 points clear in at the top of the table tonight, folks. So guys, keep your questions coming. Free kick to Cremonese, folks.
Ferrari will take it.
33 minutes played. Napoli 1, Cremonese 0.
Hasn't been the worst display in the world from Cremonese, to be honest. Done quite well in the game.
Give Cremonese their due. They're giving it a good go.
Zielinski. Kidekesh got in front of Osimhen. Now checking Lozano.
Bet you wish you could say the name about... Same about Quigley. Oh, great. Completely different league, completely different country.
Yeah, I thought like you, Lozano left him short.
Osimhen! Oh!
Chance as well for him. That's the second header in the space of 5 minutes. One from Kvaratskhelia, next one from Victor Osimhen. So second one he's took. Pickle off Mario Rui, and there's the chance from Osimhen.
Osimhen unlucky.
Got the flight of the ball, he'd have fancied it.
Can't believe this guy's name is called Pickle.
I don't think he can feel too disappointed. No. Davide Balladini, he's kind of given a good account of himself.
Yeah, done quite well. Had one or two opportunities, but their attitude's been good.
Certainly signs of improvement since he took over. Arguably the biggest club he's managed, Lazio, where he won the Super Cup in 2009, but didn't last long there.
Just keep your questions coming, folks. Like, sub, and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Only 9 wins from 34 games. And he's a manager with a wealth of experience.
Come on, Napoli.
His first head coach role since he was in charge of Genoa back end of 2021. He left that job. Zielinski.
We'll keep the ball. Keep pressing.
Mario Rui. Be a corner.
Corner, come on, lads. Pickle. What a name for a player.
Ever closer to the title. I have to say that they don't look like a team who are playing even remotely with the weight of the world on their shoulders or feeling the pressure.
There's no nerves there, is there? Let's see if they've got any imagination from this side, from the corner. Yep, short corner.
Kvaratskhelia.
Well, unlucky.
That was maybe the fear for some Napoli fans, that maybe history would play a part when there's been false dawns in the past. Not a bit of it. Lozano, Osimhen wants it. It's played short to Di Lorenzo. Anguissa.
I think they've been ruthless in how they've won a lot of games this season, Napoli. I mean, the 5-1 mauling against Juve must have given them so much confidence.
They ripped them to shreds that night.
Okay.
Just a reminder that there's more live Serie A coming up for you tomorrow. The early kick-off, Verona against Salernitana. And then Inter go to relegation-threatened Sampdoria in the later kick-off. I'll tell you about our forthcoming Champions League action as well. Milan at home to Tottenham on Tuesday at San Siro, 7 o'clock start on 1. And then Chelsea head to Germany to play in front of the Yellow Wall.
Oh, great. Chelsea against Dortmund yet again. Watch Potter mess it up yet again.
Yeah, they're in good form. That's our Union Berlin.
Oh, they're a great story, aren't they? Mate.
Come on, Napoli.
Pico. Senicola. Over it comes to Vasquez. Comfortable for Merit.
37 minutes played, folks. Napoli 1, Cremonese
Still
0.
got to pick any holes in this Cremonese performance so far.
They haven't won an away game in Serie A, Cremonese, since March 1996. Anguissa did very well to keep his balance. Kvaratskhelia. Di Lorenzo. Lozano.
Oh! Not for Bobka's score. That'll be the day. That'll be the day, man.
He got
So,
caught in between two, like the header in it or volleying it, and in the end he done nothing. I think that's where Napoli are dangerous, when they work balls into wide areas. Then they've got Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia arriving in the
come on,
end.
Napoli.
Normally good delivery.
Such a fortress, this place. Napoli 13 Serie A home games unbeaten. They go back to the 10th of April last season. Fiorentino win here. Here's offender Jean now. Surprised he turned back there. He had two in front of him. Vasquez. Ferrari went for the return. Senicola.
Good defending.
Misjudgment by Merit.
Let me know, guys, where you guys are watching this stream from in the world. I'm interested to find out where you guys are watching from.
So Sergio just standing behind Romani there for the potential finish.
Interesting you mention Romani, Don, because Kim has got a lot of the attention, probably being a new signing, how quickly he's adjusted to Italy. I remember Romani saying last season, he said, if I were Italian, everyone would talk about me. I have to put in even more effort to emerge as a talent. He's not lacking in confidence himself, is he?
No, he probably wants a little bit of recognition for how well he's been playing. I get his point.
It's a good partnership, isn't it? Well, he'd have to say, when Romani was injured, and he had Juan Jesus next to him as well, readjusted in that respect too, Kim.
Yeah, especially when Romani was playing alongside Koulibaly. Koulibaly got all the headlines, rightly so. But still, they're a very good partnership. That's probably where he's coming from.
Mate.
Cremonese are keeping Napoli honest here.
Yeah. They don't look like a side bottom of the table, you have to say that. Senicola. Towards Sadjut it went, and it was a good defensive header by Di Lorenzo. They certainly have carried through.
Good defending.
Oh, keep crossing the ball, that would be the message. Because that's where they've looked quite good, the away side.
Inside the final 4 minutes of this first half in Naples. Lozano. Oh, they're on the counter, and this is where they're so dangerous.
Come on, Napoli.
Afenajan puts in the challenge.
How is that not a
3
foul?
points at the ball. And then Cremonese thought they might have got a free kick.
Well, at least he's consistent, the referees. I thought it was a couple of fouls there, one on Lozano, that the referee didn't give. And then one on Afenajan.
Clever header by Mario Rui. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. Mario Rui. Napoli looking for a 6th league win in a row tonight. That follows their only league defeat of the season, the first game back after the World Cup break. Just 1 defeat in their last 25 league games. In front here, Mario Rui.
Come on, Napoli.
Lobotka. Di Lorenzo. I love how they just let the ball do the work, Napoli, sometimes. Mario Rui.
I was just thinking there, at this point in the game was the first time where Lobotka's actually calmed everything down. He's got on the ball, just popped a couple of wall passes off, a couple of little 1-2s, slowing the pace down. And knows they're a couple of minutes away from half-time. So possession at this stage is king.
Anguissa.
Come on, Napoli.
Lobotka. Lozano. Romani. Zielinski. Decided to hit it early.
Ah, come on,
Not
lads.
the worst hit in the world, or the idea from Zielinski. Took it on the back foot, on his left foot he went for power, trying to find the top corner.
Lobotka. Mario Rui. Zielinski. Anguissa. Kim.
Just struggling to find any balls into Victor Osimhen's feet. But it's not easy for Osimhen playing up against 3 centre-backs.
Mario Rui. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he's gone down there.
How is that not a penalty?
Oh, he's given a goal kick.
I thought that was a penalty. I thought his ankles got clipped. Let's have a look from this angle. It looks like a penalty to me.
Surely that will get checked.
Ferrari caught him. Let's have a look here. 24. I think that's a pen. I think he clips the back of his Achilles.
That is a penalty.
I always think it's a dead giveaway when a player raises their arms like that, like the defender did there.
Well, it doesn't look like it's getting checked, or they've waved it away, VAR. Then you can tell by the smile on Kvaratskhelia face, he knew he got caught, and I agree with him. Should have been a penalty.
Just the 60 seconds to be added on at the end of the half. Pico. Into touch by Kim. What have you made of the half, Don?
Been a good game. I don't think you've seen Napoli at their best, but you've got to respect what the opposition are doing. And their 5 across midfield is making it hard for Napoli to get full control of the game. But they would have took this before the game, going into half-time, leading 1-0.
One minute of add-on time at the end of the first half. 1 minute.
Mate.
Ballardini wants the ball to be played wide.
Osimhen left so well. Kirikesh just had a slight head start on it. As the referee brings the first half to a close, Napoli going a goal to the goods. The birthday boy.
Half time, folks. Napoli 1, Cremonese 0.
Might have had a penalty as well, right at the end of the half, but that not given by Luca Banti, the VAR. They looked at it as well and felt there was no foul on Kvaratskhelia. Half time then in Naples, the league leaders, the champions-elect in front, Napoli 1, Cremonese 0.
Just doing a poll for you folks. Guys, I'm just going to pop off quickly. I won't be able to long. Will not be long indeed. Folks, just going to do a quick pop. And then I will be back. And now back, folks. So give me your questions, like, sub, Instagram. Let me know what you guys think of the first half. So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys put in front of me. So I'm happy to answer anything that comes my way. Within reason, because I don't want to be idiotic.
Playoffs will be featured in Thursday's show, starting at 5:30. A whopping 16 matches, all in one show. Good lord. That's going to be a lot of fun. Join us for that, 5:30 on Thursday. Right
So
now,
guys,
we're with Gianfranco Zola and James Horncastle, and we've been enjoying Napoli's 1-0 lead over Cremonese. Let's first of all enjoy the goal from birthday boy Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, it's a good goal again. Probably, as I was saying before, the defender here, Seri Nicola, should have given him not the inside, but the outside. So he should have forced him to go on the outside. If he goes on the inside with his foot, it can become very, very dangerous. He's also a little bit lucky because the ball went in between the legs. But again, very, very good.
Yeah, he's pretty closely marked there.
Yeah, but I think Gianfranco is suggesting that if St. Nicola shows Kvaratskhelia to the byline,
Yeah.
then it's easier for Kaniseki to cover his near post than instead. You
Fair
don't want
enough.
to give Kvaratskhelia that kind of space.
Indeed not, indeed not. So 1-goal lead. Before the game, we were talking a lot about the attacking talent that Napoli have, all the ways that they can score goals. But their defensive, their defensive work has been as important in this first half because Cremonese have made a real game of it.
No, absolutely. Cremonese was the best team from the start. They started on the front foot and they created a lot of chances. This was a very good one, by the way. And only the intelligence and the quick reading of Lozano saved a goal, because otherwise they would score. But they were very good, especially on this side. Seri Nicola was very, very, very good. And they created a few problems.
Yeah, and I think I remember Spalletti when he was at Roma. There was a press conference with us journalists, and he showed us a clip of Mohamed Salah. Salah chasing back all the way from his own penalty area to stop a shot in the other area, and you see it there with Lozano doing exactly the same. And Spalletti was all about comportamenti giusti, kind of right behaviour, right attitude for a player to do.
But modern football is like this, James. You really, even if you are a striker, you have to help the team defensively. Otherwise, you're not going to win.
Absolutely. Okay, well, you mentioned penalty spot. Napoli.
So guys, keep your questions coming.
Shot from a penalty spot for this challenge on Kvaratskhelia late on. However, having looked at the replay again, we feel the referee got it right.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was a penalty at the beginning.
That's a penalty, folks.
Effectively, Kvaratskhelia was touched on the foot, but actually it's him that he went against the defender. So at first, I didn't notice that.
All right, just
Kvaratskhelia crashing into Ferrari there.
nice, nice. Just a 1-goal lead then. Cremonese, the side who drew with Napoli in the Coppa Italia at this stadium and then put them out of that competition on penalties just a month ago. Could we see a similar upset in the second half?
So guys, put your questions in the chat. Last time subscribe if you are new to the channel. What did you guys think of the first one between Napoli and Cremonese? We're just waiting for the second half to get underway, folks, and then we'll be happy days. Just waiting for the second half to get underway, folks. Come on, Napoli. Hopefully in the second half we can play well. We're just waiting for the second half to get underway, folks.
And he scored on his birthday. It's Kvaratskhelia who gives Napoli the lead.
Yeah, it's a 1-0 lead for Napoli, the top side in Serie A, against the bottom side in the league, Cremonese. A month ago, these two teams were in action in the Coppa Italia at this very stadium. Cremonese were a goal behind. They came back. James Horncastle made it 2-2, took it to extra time where they eventually put Napoli out on penalties. What did they do in that game that could be applicable to this second half here?
It's a completely different context, James, because ultimately they went down to 10 men in extra time and just dug in and said, right, let's take this to penalties.
But they did get they did get back from a goal down against
They
Napoli.
did from a set piece. And
The players are now coming out ready for the second half, folks.
This game is that Cremonese have had 5 corner kicks in the first half. They've managed to get up the pitch, put crosses in, and get set pieces in a way that not many teams have at the Stadio San Paolo so far this season. And there's still only 1 goal in it. And yeah, I think Napoli have been very good this season at finishing off opponents like Cremonese. They've shown patience. However, I think the last team to get a point here was the kind of team that Gianfranco was talking about from last year that would take points, which was Lecce. Lecce surprisingly got a point at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Maybe Cremonese can do the same.
How satisfied or dissatisfied will Spalletti be, do you think, with that first half?
I think they didn't play a good half, especially at the beginning. They were losing too easy the ball, and also Cremonese was pressing them high. They couldn't come out from the press as they normally do.
Second half is on the way, folks. Right, Napoli 1, Cremonese 0.
Well, let's see. 45 minutes remains in the company of Don Hutchison and Adam Somerton.
Thank you, James. Yeah, just to confirm that change by Cremonese at half-time. Ferrari replaced by Valeri, signed from Cesena a few years
Come on,
ago.
Napoli.
Wasn't a tremendous amount wrong, really, with that performance from Cremonese in the first half. As the guys were just saying there, they have shown at this very stadium that they can come from behind, so let's see what they can do in this second half. Napoli will just want the comfort of a 2-goal cushion.
Yeah, well, that will be the simple message from Spalletti at half-time. That will be his team talk. You know, the scoreline, he'll be saying, is 0-0. Let's get the next goal in the game that will take it away from Cremonese. But their attitude, I think their performance, their shape has been very good. I think there's things to work on from Balladini's men in the second half. They can take a lot of inspiration and hope in the way they played. And the key was getting the ball wide and getting crosses in the box and putting Napoli under a little bit of pressure.
Vasquez got himself into a great position in that first half. It was Lozano, you might remember, who trapped that to nick it off him right at the last. As I mentioned, in that first half, there has undoubtedly been improvement under Davide Balladini. It's just whether it's going to be too late for them to turn things around. It would be a miraculous effort if they could do.
It's a long way back, isn't it? Spezia on 19, they're 11 points behind Cremonese.
Remember, they come here tonight as well without Dessers and Okereke as well, 2 of their most likely routes to goal. With an early problem here for Napoli. Slavonka who's been caught.
Yeah, he took a little arm. Sent a collar across the face. I think he'll be okay. Might be painful.
Just while we have this break in play, let's just tell you about live Serie A that we have coming up for you. Always Italian games to look forward to on BT Sport. I'm glad to say Verona against Salernitana is the tea time kickoff tomorrow, 5:30 for that at the Ventagordi at Marassi. It is Sampdoria against Inter. That is the later kickoff tomorrow, 7:30. And then on Friday, another chance to see Napoli in action when they go to Sassuolo, 7:30 on BT Sport 3 for that. So he's going to be okay. Lobotka, doesn't seem to have been any signal to the bench that he will need to come off.
Yeah, I think they'll give it a minute or two. He obviously looks a little bit dazed, a little bit shaken. And I think quite rightly, with any head injury, it's worth the doctors and the players taking their time. Make sure you give Lobotka the right treatment.
Signalling that he's wanting to come back on. Here's Kirikesh. 4 seasons contracted to Napoli. Kirikesh had a lot of injury problems during that time, though. Only 15 appearances across his final 2 seasons. Zielinski, Lobotka. Straight away, Kvaratskhelia looking for Osimhen, who acknowledges the intent.
Yeah, he's not quite had the service so far, Victor Osimhen, but he'll always be on the move, he'll always try, won't stop running. Very game player.
See what he said to that. Mario Rui hurriedly clears.
Yeah, it's not been the most stylish Napoli performance. I guess it's all about the end result.
I would say about Cremonese is, although they are yet to win away from home this season, yet to win at all in the league, they have drawn 5 games on their travels. Those at Lecce, Atalanta, Spezia,
Come on, Napoli.
Bologna, as Lozano goes down. The referee is
Napoli players down, folks.
to continue here, but Mario Rui, with a teammate down, puts it into touch.
Yeah, it was a tackle from Vasquez, who's on a yellow card. I might be wrong, but I thought he got a piece of the ball. Must have caught Lozano on the way through. I think that's what Di Lorenzo is asking the question, was this a foul? I'm not sure if he got the ball first. Difficult to tell from that angle. And he's on a yellow card. Let's have a look from there. He does. He takes the ball, then it's a follow through.
That makes a sore one, doesn't it, for Lozano? Clearly in some distress here, the Mexican international, and having seen that replay, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's a painful one for Chucky Lozano. I think I might just give Vasquez the benefit of the doubt. I think it was the follow through after he took the ball.
Nicola with the throw in, actually straight back to Napoli. It's now with Kip.
Come on, Chelsea. No, Chelsea. Come on, Napoli. And Chelsea are playing on Wednesday, so that might be your next watch along. Napoli, Chelsea versus Dortmund on Wednesday, folks. So you get Chelsea on Wednesday, get Dortmund in the Champions League.
Which would have been then sending off.
Ramani, Di Lorenzo. A fairly slow start to the second half this from Napoli. Mario Rui.
I think it's a mental test, Adam. I think they've got themselves in the lead. They're playing okay, Napoli. As I said, it's not the most accomplished or stylish performance, but it's about the end game. And the difficult thing is how much do they really press and push for the next goal in the game while they're leading 1-0.
Osimhen does that part of the game so well, doesn't he? His physical attributes.
Come on, Napoli. Can we please get a second?
There he has stayed down. Lozano goes on. It's opened up.
Oh, Lozano!
Well kept out in the end. Rather straight out, Kanaseki, but still have to save to make.
Valeri didn't fancy the 50-50. And then lovely skill in the way he weaved into the 18-yard box there, Chucky Lozano.
He's tried Lozano and Politano. They've kind of interchanged quite a bit, haven't they? In terms of who's been used on that right-hand side. Zielinski with the ball in.
Hello, Jakey. How are you?
I think it's an underrated part of Napoli's process as well in terms of their squad depth is actually quite strong. It's not just about the starting 11.
I think you noticed that most of all, didn't we, when there was that spell when Osimhen was out injured, and they really missed him last season when he had that time out injured. Their form really dipped, didn't it?
And then Raspadori come in.
Didn't this time.
No.
Simeone there, Raspadori there, Kvaratskhelia weighs in with a lot of goals.
Elmas has played a lot of games.
Guys, keep your questions in the chat, and hopefully like and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
For me from the Napoli of last season and this. The balance in that midfield three as well is so
Is
good.
Napoli.
They all complement each other so well. Kim. Ramani.
Come on, Napoli.
Lobotka. Kim again.
Hopefully, Jakey, you enjoy the stream. Napoli 1, Cremonese 0. Oh,
Intercepted by Mate.
come on, Napoli.
Sajut's played it wide. It's the substitute Valeri. And Lozano puts it behind.
Come on, Napoli.
To Cremonese.
Yeah, credit Lozano for getting back in. He's done that quite a few times this evening. Try to be an offensive player, but make sure you do your defensive work.
Oh, hopefully,
And it goes from Valeri.
come on, get out. Out.
Now it's Piquet. Senecola with a really nice ball to Valeri. That was the last touch off there. It's a kick that's given. Nice pick out that from Senecola.
Yeah, it's a good whip cross. Just came off the.
Napoli just need to keep going.
Just the last touch.
Just at the moment,
Di Lorenzo.
Napoli haven't done anything in the second half, but are trying their best. Go on, Osimhen.
Looking to hold off Kinikesh. Zielinski's in the middle.
No one there. No one there.
As well.
That's his channel. Osimhen, that's his favourite channel, the one that he likes to work in. Right hand side.
Mario Rui. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. Mario Rui.
Corner, come on, Napoli.
I just think they're a little bit caught, Napoli. I think they're a little bit caught from being hyper aggressive and pushing on and getting the second, third, fourth goals. I think they recognise how well Cremonese are playing. They're not.
So guys, keep your questions coming.
Tonight. Spalletti's been trying to problem solve.
Corner taken by Mario Rui. Clear by Kinikesh. Now there could be a counter on here for Cremonese. It's quickly snapped out though. Lozano. Ongisa.
It's almost like in a weird way you want Napoli to go backwards in this sort of area just to keep the ball. Where, like here with Mario Rui, there's no pressure, nor on Kim, nor on Romani. This is the control they need. And have to go forward all of the time. Can be a little bit patient with a 1-0 lead.
Di Lorenzo. Valeri. Leonardo Senecola. Italian youth international. Sent off in the game in the Coppa Italia against Napoli in extra time.
Come on.
Lovely feet there from Senecola. Not just a bit of skill. And Zielinski.
There's no need a foul.
Vasquez.
Nearly about half an hour to go, folks. Half an hour.
Lobotka. Ongisa to Mario Rui. Kvaratskhelia. Di Lorenzo. In it goes.
Osimhen.
Quite found the ball for him yet, have they?
He applauds the cross, Osimhen. I think Osimhen was thinking about making the run towards the near post to cross that Kinikesh. I think Di Lorenzo was trying to find a bit the far post. Working hard, Napoli. Working hard for the end game, which is the 3 points.
Forward by Ivory, but just gives it away here to Anguissa. Kvaratskhelia is always going to struggle to keep that in.
Come on, lads!
Always had a reputation for skill. In the USSR days, they were known as the Brazilians of the Soviet Union. Certainly seeing plenty of skill from him this season. I remember during the World Cup break, there were some articles in Italy suggesting that maybe he might get worked out, that teams would, in the second half of the season, wise up to him, know how to play against him, and he said, well, I'll just learn some new tricks then.
Exactly. I'll just drop inside of my right foot, or I'll do a little step over, go on my left. Don't be predictable.
Sajic is one of those making way. Ciofani is coming on. His fourth season now with the club. He's appealed to the fans recently to keep believing in survival. Castagnetti is the other player who's come on. Pico withdraw. Castagnetti.
I've been playing that there's just a player for Cremonese called Pickle.
League titles at 3 different levels in Italy. Serie D in 2009, Serie C in 2016, and Serie B twice in 2017 and 2018, and then promoted again from the second tier last season as well. Mate with the foul on Zielinski.
Any relegations on his CV? You might have one.
Could be another one coming. I think they've given a good account of themselves, though, Cremonese.
I do. I always think there's ways, and this game's far from over, there's always ways to lose a game. And Ballardini will be happy with this performance for sure.
Lozano. Hidikesh was stretching but got it clear. Afenagian, who scored in the Coppa Italia game against Napoli, felt he had his heels clipped there by Mario Rui.
Well, he should go down then. I mean, he's honest for staying on his feet, but if he got clipped, go down. Force the referee to give you a free kick.
Mario Rui. Kim. Romani. Lozano. Lobotka.
It's a lovely buffer, isn't he? Lobotka gets it, just buffers it to the left-hand side, keeps it moving to the right side. Never panics in possession.
Come on, Napoli!
Average pass completion in Serie A games this season, better than anyone else, 94.4%. I know people will say a lot of it is backwards and sideways, but still 94.4% is
Very impressive, yeah. Depends what you want from a midfielder, because I would imagine Zielinski would be down on those numbers, but Zielinski's probably going to attempt more forward passes and risk giving the ball away, risking reward trying to get Osimhen in. I like that in a midfield player. I like a player that's prepared to take risks. I guess that's why, as you said before, with Anguissa, the balance is so good between Zielinski, Anguissa and Lobotka.
Lozano. Mate intercepted. Afenagian.
That one wasn't a foul. Nice skill. Lozano got the ball.
Vasquez. Just gone out of play.
Just want to be ticking the minutes off now, Napoli. Keep checking that clock. You know, if they do see it a 1-0 win, it's not a win the fans will remember at the end of the season, but it's still another vital 3 points along the way, along their journey.
Mario Rui. Kim.
plays.
across to Di Lorenzo.
He's played
Come on,
some
keep-
fantastic balls for that technique, Kim. Drills it
Go on,
the floor.
put them on the box.
One of the reasons he was scared
Corner.
when he was playing for
Well done, ref.
in Turkey was because of his ability to play the ball out from the back. The fact that so many of his passes were completed when played out from the
Thank you
back.
very much for the like. I really appreciate it. Come on, Napoli, get your head onto the ball.
I know Koulibaly gets a lot of stick for how he's been on the ball in the Premier League, but in Italy, his distribution out from the back.
Zelensky to take the corner for Napoli. Zelensky.
Struggling.
It's about to take the corner.
Zielinski with the ball in.
Oh, Osimhen! It's Victor! Nah! Batman Osimhen!
He's now scored in 6
Get in, Osimhen, lad! Get in! Osimhen! 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 Get in!
He's 17th in the league this season. What a campaign he's had.
And it is Napoli 2.
Easy job. That was the only debate in that scenario. Was it a corner in the first place?
Napoli 2, Cremonese 0,
Lorenzo won the
folks.
first header. He kept it alive. Goalkeeper pulled up a big save. And then the man we were just talking about, Kim with the assist. That was the most important part in that move. Was Kim putting his body on the line.
Osimhen!
Osimhen's got.
Osimhen!
Be close to being over the line.
Osimhen!
And that's the goal they wanted.
Osimhen!
Now Napoli fans. 2-0 up.
Get in! Get Osimhen, mate!
8 goals in 6 Serie A games now for the
Get in!
hot streak. His value just seems to be going up and up every single week, but the president says he's not for sale.
Good. Unless you got 200 million.
Ha ha
Bad help.
Chelsea might just round it up to 300.
ha. We can afford literally everyone and everyone.
What figure would you put on him right now?
I mean, it's impossible. You're looking at some of the players that have gone for sale, and Jack Grealish, 100 million. Mudrik's gone for, I think, close to 88. Enzo Fernandez, who's at number 8, has gone for 115. So you have to value him at about 150, surely.
Valeri.
Way!
Player number 8 to
Yeah.
Victor Osimhen
Yeah,
number
take
9.
it.
It's nigh impossible.
I still find it amazing to think, and transfer business is far from an exact science, but Arsenal paid Lille £9 million more for Nicola Pepe than Napoli paid for Victor Osimhen, and there is the madness of the transfer market, isn't it?
Come on, Napoli!
Which both came from Lille. Osimhen, look at that determination to win it back.
Go on, Ravatskhelia! Ah, too much on the Felizano, unlucky! Unlucky.
That's it now. Now the handbrake's off. You know, the first goal's a nice one. The second goal, you feel as though there's no coming back from Cremonese's point of view, even though they played well in the game. And now they're going to search for more goals. And this is what he does great as well. Osimhen, he puts defenders under pressure, and he's got the calmness to find the correct weight and the correct pass. Skelly just a yard heavy towards Lozano.
67 minutes played, Napoli 2, Cremonese 0. I'm gonna quickly, folks, go and do your actual what is it? The highlight for you to go on the channel.
Of course, it's not very fondly thought of these days by Napoli supporters, but it says something when you consider how good he was at Napoli, that Osimhen has, as I say, just become the first player to score in 6 Serie A games in a row for the club since Higuain.
I think he's adored as well, isn't he? Victor Osimhen. All these players are when they win the Scudetto this season.
When, not if, you say that?
I think when. I mean 16 points clear.
It would be I can't think of a greater collapse. Everyone always references Newcastle when you talk about these
12. Yeah, that was 12 when Man United came back.
Zelinski, the player down.
I mean, the immediate future for Napoli, if they take the 3 points tonight, is 2 away games on the spin. It's another couple of tests in Sassuolo, who've been playing quite well.
Oh, Zelinski's down. Oh no.
They've got the Frankfurt game in the middle of that as well, haven't they? I know you're referring to Serie A, but Champions League game in the middle.
Feel a bit for the goalkeeper there. He pulls off a good save. And Kim plays an important part, being brave, putting it on a plate for Victor Osimhen.
So Mario Rui is going to get a rest here. Oliveira will come on as a straight swap for him, and Elmas will replace.
So Elmas coming on, and Oliveira's coming on, and Zelinski going off, and Mario Rui going off.
Oliveira coming on.
That's more evidence of it, absolutely. So we've got the Champions League return coming up midweek. Lots to look forward to. Milan take on Tottenham Tuesday, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 1. Brings back memories of Jordan versus Gattuso, that one, doesn't it? He's lucky that Gattuso, that Jordan didn't get hold of him. That's what I've always thought. Dortmund against Chelsea Wednesday, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 1.
So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Fancy there.
Oh, Jordan all day long,
Was it?
I would have thought so.
It's going to be an interesting...
Make a bit of money on pay-per-view.
Just doing the...
Kirikesh. Should be a good tie, that, shouldn't it? It's hard to know what you'll get from both of those teams right now.
Yeah. Fell off a cliff this season, Milan, haven't they? Defending champions.
So, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I really appreciate it, folks.
Zlatan at 41, and Giroud's been brilliant this season at 36. Origi has not hit the ground running. They've invested in youth and young players coming in. Not easy when you're a young player playing for a huge football club.
See, that's the type of ball that Kim's so good at, isn't he? Starts so many attacks. Lozano looking for...
Go on, Osimhen!
And he's just got to keep making the move. Osimhen off. Kirikesh, you can't live with him.
Around 20 minutes to go. Napoli on their way to a 16-point lead in Serie A. With their goal difference, as you were saying to me, I think off air earlier, Don, it's effectively would be 17 points. Though it's head-to-head, it's done on first in Italy, but the goal difference is worth mentioning.
Go on! Yes! Oh!
Second goal has been a body blow, I think, for Cremonese. They were still in the game at 1-0. Confidence was still quite high. Second goal has killed them, really.
Keep on your...
We talk a lot about the way that Napoli play, how easy they are on the eye. It shows how Spalletti...
That is a foul, ref.
As well as we see a yellow card here with a challenge by Ivu. I was just going to say, they've scored 15 goals from set pieces in the league this season as well, Napoli, which shows that it's not just all about the nice play. They go into the corners and the free kicks as well.
Yeah, it's great small margins. It's great work behind the scenes. I think every analyst and coach these days are looking for those small wins. So set plays are hugely important.
They've scored 10 goals from corners this season. That's just in the league. Kirikesh. Benassi. Fenerjan with the ball in. Gets it back again. It's a bit wild from the former Roma man.
It'll be interesting to find out, when you look at the analysis on them 10 goals that they've scored from set plays, how many points they've picked up. Important points, I would imagine. You know, that can add, I don't know, 10 points to your final tally.
Ramani. Skelly, nice feet. The challenge there by Castagnetti.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
I think Senegal got the ball. Unless I missed something from behind.
Another change to be made here, and it's Mete who's being replaced. Acella.
Come on, Napoli. See if we can get another goal.
Making his Serie A debut. He's 20 years old, Christian Acella.
Come on, Napoli.
Yeah, I can envisage the press conference from Spalletti after the game if they pick up the 3 points. Hard work, professional performance. Heard Jose talk about a beautiful performance in their draw against Lecce.
It was asked before this game, Spalletti, about the fact that his contract is up at the end of the season. He rather brushed it aside. He said it was a minuscule detail at the moment, his contract.
Oh, I can't imagine he's walking away from this, can you? Why would you?
Well, you wouldn't think so, but then the fear would be, and for me it is a genuine fear, and that would be magnified for Napoli supporters. You just would worry that this side would get broken up if they were to win the league. That would be the only fear, but you'd hope that that wouldn't happen. But we've seen it.
Come on, Napoli.
Teams, haven't we?
True. But I think in a city like Naples, and I think how you're adored if and when they win the league, I think it's a place worth staying. Your Spalletti and some of the Napoli players. Go and build on it. Go and win it again next year.
It's whether the president would be able to resist the sort of offers that will inevitably come in from presumably Premier League clubs for their best players, the likes of Kim and Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen.
We'll make sure, and I think they're in discussions, aren't they, with Kvaratskhelia about a new contract. Might have to triple his wages.
You're right.
Hello, Callum, how are you doing?
Go again.
Well, you know, without going over old ground, if you ask Koulibaly, he'll tell you, he wouldn't say it now, of course, because he's at Chelsea, but he might say in a few years' time, and we all have them in our careers when we move on, sometimes you make a mistake. So why would you walk away from this project Napoli are doing at the moment?
Osimhen.
I'd be amazed if Spalletti walks away from this. I can't see it.
Well, I haven't seen a team playing better football in Europe this season. Have you?
No. One of the most exciting teams in Europe to watch.
Come on, Napoli, keep pressing.
It would be a real crowning glory in the career of Spalletti if he could finally win a Serie A title. He's been long so respected as a coach in Italy and outside of Italy as well. Easy to forget he won a Russian league title, didn't he, with Zenit? So it must be just
Come on.
somebody who's
Come on, Napoli, we need to get another goal.
coaching for so long, very well thought of by his colleagues in the coaching world.
But I think doing it at a club like Napoli makes it more special.
Go on, Elmas.
Elmas!
Elmas! Shoot! Ah!
Di Lorenzo. Elmas have made
Shoot! Elmas! It was Elmas! 3-0! Game!
I'm moving closer.
Game!
What would be mortality.
Get it, Omar! Get Napoli!
Great shot by Elmas.
Get it!
Goal of the night.
Elmas!
Goal and the strike.
Elmas!
Elmas, the substitute.
Elmas! Napoli winning. Good. Yep.
A little weighted pass from Di
Folks,
Lorenzo.
it's now
Finished first.
Napoli
Pass was perfect. And that,
3,
when the ball bounces up on the half volley, is one of the hardest finishes.
Cremonese 0.
Hard and low, gets the middle of the ball, gets the meat of the ball. Perfect strike away from the goalkeeper. Karnaseki had no chance.
You've mentioned a few times tonight about the strength in depth being a difference maker, maybe.
3-0 Napoli, folks.
More evidence of it, Don. That's 3 goals in his last 4 league games now for Elmas, a player who's been brought off the bench.
I think even over the last year or two, I think he's been a player that's came off the bench quite a bit. He's always been busy. He always makes things happen. Never short on confidence. And that goal was world class. It was a brilliant finish.
Movement was great as well, wasn't it?
But the little things, the intricate things in that, it was the Di Lorenzo pass. It was the weight of the pass. That's something I think you can't teach, I think, as a coach or a manager. The weight of pass. You pick it up through experience. This is a more predictable scoreline, but they've had to work for it, Napoli.
Yeah. On course for 101 points at the moment, Napoli.
6 wins on the spin, scoring 17.
Before tonight, they were 13 points better off than they were at this stage last season, Napoli.
Come on, Napoli. Just keep pressing.
The dream of a first Scudetto in 33 years is surely going to become a reality, and Naples,
Can you
like
imagine?
a party is going to be the place to be.
Can you imagine being a fan in this stadium tonight, watching your team winning 3-0, being blowing everyone away this season, 16 points clear.
Do you know, the more I think about it in terms of Europe and obviously the Champions League back this week, the more I start to convince myself that they can win the Champions League as well, honestly.
I love it. Why not?
Maybe we just gotta hope for the best.
You look at the confidence with which they're playing, Dom.
I'm gonna go quickly for folks. I'm gonna get the clip out for you. For you folks, the next clip of this channel
But when you look at the numbers,
to go on to the channel for you folks will be of me and my reaction to the 3rd Napoli goal for you folks. Robert Scalia going off, and on comes Raspadori, folks. Raspadori.
Withdrawn, and Raspadori is coming on. Lozano being replaced by Ndombele as well. Just to remind you too that we're supporting the DEC's Turkey-Syria earthquake appeal to help provide those affected with medical treatment, shelter, warm clothes, blankets, food and clean water. If you'd like to help, you can donate online. Visit dec.org.uk. Thank you. Another good evening's work.
83 minutes played, folks. Napoli 3, Cremonese 0.
He was always going to score on his birthday, wasn't he? Lucky Valentine's Day.
So guys, keep your questions in the chat. Keep going. Keep your questions coming.
You weren't sure at the start of the game, were you? You threw it on me.
Which of the novelty ones do you like the best?
Oh, I like the spider web
I
one.
thought you'd say that, yeah. Halloween one.
Yeah.
Di Lorenzo. Kim. Sometimes we forget the journeys that sometimes players have had in their careers. Kim's a good example of that, sacrifices that have had to be made. When he went for his first international call-up as a kid with South Korea, he lived on the other side of the country, and his parents ran a sushi restaurant. So his dad said, right, get in my fish transporter truck, I'll drive you all the way across the country, and what I'll do is, while you're there, I'll pick up some fish, and then we'll drive back. So they did it. It was a business trip as well as kill two birds with one stone. Kvaratskhelia on the claim from the coaching staff as he comes off. Ndombele struggling with a shoulder problem here.
Love that assist from Di Lorenzo. Love the intelligence of the pass, the weight of the pass, then the execution of the finish from Elmas. As I said before, I don't see any egos in this Napoli team, in the squad.
They're all teams.
Yeah, they're all playing for each other.
I think sometimes when, as a football fan, you see a team like this, you have to savour watching them, I think, as well. Rare appearance here for Diego Della. A straight swap in central midfield with Lobotka coming up. Only a fourth league appearance of the campaign for Della, who is named after Diego Maradona.
It's a nice touch from Spalletti. Good management as well, you know. You're leading 3-0 in the game, you know the opposition. They've got nothing to fight back. When you make substitutions, you give players minutes. That enhances the team spirit. Makes you feel good as a player when you contributed to a performance and a win.
To Merritt, who's had precious little to do in this second half. Elmas. Dema. Yet another game without the first Serie A victory of the season for Cremonese, but
Great football.
Napoli want more goals.
Great build.
Come on, Napoli.
Ndombele
Ah!
gets it back again though.
What a shame, because it was a great move.
Come on, Napoli.
It must be a great feeling when as a group, as a collective, as a team, you feel on the same wavelength. Not just as maybe the same guy who's on the same flank as you, but they just feel like they're all on the same wavelength together.
It's confidence that you can't buy. You can't really measure.
I sometimes wonder whether I need to rein myself in a little bit about Napoli, because I just admire them so much the way that they play right now. You sometimes think, am I going over the top
No,
about
I don't think you are. I don't think you are at all. I'm the same. Yeah, the romance is there. They've not won the league since 89, 90. Since Gianfranco Zola and Maradona days. You know, it's been a long time for them. And the way they're playing like champions.
Dema. After so much changed over the summer.
Keep pressing!
Nothing.
Even though we're 3-0 up, just keep pressing, just keep going for more goals.
7-0, you said. I'll tell you what, the Cremonese, I know they're losing 3-0 now, but I think they emerged from this with a great deal of credit, particularly for their first half performance.
Yeah, the second half has gone away from them. Like I said, I think Ballardini, when they do the analysis leading into their next games, I think they'll
Come on,
look at the
lads.
first half and how they played, how their shape was. It was only the mistake from the defender, Cernacolo, and he didn't, or he should have allowed Kvaratskhelia to go on his left side rather than right side. That's the small details.
Dema with the pass, Oliveira's a long way forwards. Castagnetti was there for Cremonese.
starts to wonder when they do win the league. When's it going to be? They can afford to lose 5 games.
We're just heading into the 90th minute, folks. We are heading into the 90th minute.
Ticket to town when that day comes, when they can seal the deal. He dropped 7 points all season. They still have to play Lazio, Milan, Atalanta and Inter at home as well. To go to Juventus, who they blitzed in Naples.
Yeah, that's providing Inter, Atalanta, Roma, Milan win all their games. All the teams.
5 minutes of added on time at the end of the second half. 5
But
minutes.
they got them at home as well, so even if they were to drop some points, those big teams with the exception of Juve, who of course are out of the picture now, will have to come to Naples as well. Minimum of 5 minutes added time. Headed clear by Kim. Stagnetti with a searching ball in. It's good defending that by Kim, who's been hurt in the process.
A nasty clash of heads. 2 brave players going for the same ball. Took the knock with Kim.
Come on, Napoli.
Says he likes his nickname, the Monster, as he's called, says it sums up his defensive attributes.
Tell you what though, he's a very tidy player on the ball. He can certainly play.
It's a lot more than just brute force to Kim. Three away games in a row now for Napoli at Sassuolo and Empoli in Serie A and Frankfurt in the last 16 of the Champions League.
Come on, lads. About 3 minutes to go, folks. 3 minutes to go.
Cremonese head to Torino next, and then they host Roma, who of course are chasing a Champions League place. And he's created for me the Napoli side that really stops you in your tracks. I'd say the same about that Sarri side in the 2017-18 season. They posted 91 points, finished second, 4 points behind Juve that year. But this team is on course to post a century of points and to win the league by a big margin. Diego Demi. Raspadori.
Just chasing shadows now. Cremonese is demoralised.
Come on, Napoli.
No team has ever gone an entire Serie A season without winning a game. The longest winless run from the start of the season is 27 matches. Last happened in the 03-04 season. It's going to now be 22 games without registering a first win. Geese has kept it in. Final minute of added time approaching. Raspadori.
Just keep the ball going.
Raspadori skipped away.
That's the ball. Okay.
Di Lorenzo.
Spalletti were like that. At this point in the game, a minute or two left on the clock. Di Lorenzo still putting the tackles in. still trying to win his 50-50s in his personal battles.
Elmas, Raspadori, Osimhen's on the move. Raspadori with the shot.
Unlucky, Raspadori, unlucky.
Behind it goes for a corner. Just beaten in the air. Villajan. It's yet another victory for Napoli on their way to their holy grail of the Scudetto.
Full time Napoli 3, Cremonese 0. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell notification, hit the post, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for Chelsea versus Dortmund in the knockout round first leg when we go away to Dortmund in the UEFA Champions League. See you on Wednesday.